And they said Tank said he want to get in there. Now listen, he lying. He don't want to do that. He want to go in that woodcutter. He don't want to do that. Listen, he don't want to do that. Listen, all right. You can't take no claws or no what's this and that because we ain't gonna do that anyway. We gonna come in the best, however we feel. You know, we don't blood or nothing like that, so we gonna come solid anyway. But that's it. Don't try to put nothing on it. Just make the fight and do the fight. But it'll be explosive. It'll be a hell of an event. That trend, you know he going to sleep.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Peace, everybody. Sweet Science Boxing Academy. Be back with another video. All right, man. So y'all heard that? My guy Bernie the boxer. He said Tank don't want to do that. Him trying to call out Terence Crawford to fight. It's a real bad idea, and it's so crazy because I just made a video, talking about a potential fight between Tank Davis and Terence Crawford, and I thought that it would be a great fight. It would be entertaining, which Bernie did say, but he just saying for Tank's sake, for him to keep his own, that would be a very bad idea because Tank believes that he can move up to 147 and just beat Terence Crawford because thus far, each division he moved up, he's been beating people and dominating. One of the biggest people he's fought thus far is even bigger than Terence Crawford, which is Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is 6 feet tall, whereas though Terence Crawford is only 5'8". And you got Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is 5'8" and a half. He got Terence Crawford by half an inch, but at the same time, both fighters are taller than Terence Crawford. So Tank believes that because he beat those fighters and beat them in dominating fashion, that he think that he can do the same thing to Crawford. People in the know, people in the boxing business, they might tell him he might want to slow down. The question was also asked of his own coach, Calvin Ford. What would you think a fight would look like between, his fighter Tank and Terence Crawford? And Calvin Ford even said out his own mouth that, I believe that there are weight classes for a reason. Basically saying that he wouldn't want to see that. Not for real. If it was something that Tank pushed for hard, then of course he's gonna support his fighter. He'll, prepare for him the best way possible. But if he had it his way, especially that performance that he seen last week, or maybe before, maybe he might have thought so. But now, he don't want that smoke. He definitely don't want it. And that's what Bernie said. You thinking you want it because for years now, Tank been calling out Terence Crawford or just saying little things about him, saying he's not nothing. If he was to ever fight him, he would beat him and take him about 6 rounds. He would tap his chin and knock him out and all that. And for years, Terence Crawford, he been listening and just saying, all right, that's one thing I like about Crawford. He stay humble, he stay chill. They don't really got nothing to prove. When you do prove it, it's only in the ring, just like he did with Earl Spence. There wasn't a whole lot of talk back, a lot of pushback at the press conference and everything when Earl and his team's getting all emotional. Terence didn't really get emotional. He let it out in the ring. And he'll do the same thing to Gervonta Tank Davis too if they fight. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I think the fight would be competitive for about 2 to 3 rounds. I do believe so. For some reason, I think that Tank would give Crawford a better few rounds than Earl did. Although I believe that if Tank fought Earl would knock out Tank too. But styles make fights. And I think that Tank will do just a little bit better, especially off the heels of him watching Earl get beat the way he do. Like, he's going to be motivated to do better. He's not going to want to look like that because in the fight between Crawford and Spence, Earl didn't win one round, maybe the first round, and that's like a swing round because it was a filler out round. But after that, it was just total dominance until he stopped him in the ninth. So Tank, he's gonna look at that and be like, I need to do better. I must do better. So if there was the fight, I give him about a good 2-3 rounds, maybe 4. But I believe in the 4th round, Terence will start picking him apart, and then maybe about like in the 7th or 8th, you get him out of there. Probably even sooner than that. But if there was a fight, I don't think that Terence Crawford will let it go to the championship rounds. That's why I didn't really say 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I think Terence Crawford could get him out of there in between 6 and 8 rounds. But I don't know. I could be wrong. They could go in there and fight, and Tank show us something that we've never seen out of him. And then everybody start calling him gun for gun. Like, it's tricky. That's how this whole thing works. So you never really know. But I just think that Terence Crawford gonna knock him out. But if you want the smoke, give him the smoke. You know, if he's not gonna fight Earl Spence in a rematch, or if he's not gonna move up right now and fight Charlo or any other contender at 54, I don't think Tank got no fights signed, sealed, and delivered. So, everybody moving up weight classes, daring to be great. Let Gervonta Tank Davis do that too. Let him move up and dare to be great. Because like Bernie said, they're not doing no calls. They're not doing no stipulations and all that. If you want to fight him, he's going to have to move up to the welterweight limit of 147. So dare to be great. You already moved up to 140. You can do that. You can go to 47. You called out Keith Thurman. So, and you said you can knock out Crawford at 47. Put your money where your mouth is, and let's make it happen. That's all I got for now. Let me know what y'all think. Drop y'all comments down below. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.